What's up, Bucs Report? What's up, Bucs Report? Bucs Report.
Go Bucs!
We go hard. That's my squad. That's my team. Go get that ring. Yeah, on that off-season grind. Training camp gotta shine. Put in work, mud and dirt. One game at a time. One thing I know, we gon' go hard. Tap of the squad, the team is so raw. Look out for corner if you running the ball. Jerry McCoy, JCP, your paw. We go hard. Go Bucs. That's my squad. Go Bucs. That's my team. Go Bucs. Get that ring. Go Bucs. We go hard. Go Bucs. That's my squad. Go Bucs. That's my team. Go Bucs. Get that ring. Go Bucs. Tampa. Yeah, red and black ball cap, 1-3 reppin' Mikey. A 1-3 for my QB. Play action when he drop back and hit Djax for the long pass.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Fire them cannons in the Ray J. No team is hanging with us. Yeah, lead teams in the dust that can't handle the rush. Bust you for talking that smack. Your team getting crushed. Yeah, Levante, Ronald Jones, Hargreaves, Cameron Brake. We on go, no breaks. Humphreys, Godwin, Marpet, Noah Spence, OJ, Donovan, Winston, Charles Sims, Brent Grimes. We on the grind. The South is ours. Watch us shine, making money moves, eating W's in a double move, make them triple shoes. We go hard. Go Bucs. That's my squad. Go Bucs. That's my team. Go Bucs. Get that ring. Go Bucs. We go hard. Go Bucs. That's my squad. Go Bucs. That's my team. Go Bucs. Get that ring. Go Bucs. 813 all day. Tampa Bay. BUCCANEERS. Go Bucs. Tampa Bay on the rise. We coming for that ring. We coming for that trophy. Super Bowl 2018.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Thursday at 1 p.m. and you know what time that is. It means it's bucsreport.com with Mr. Buccaneer Blake himself. Unfortunately, I don't have my partner, Tampa Tony, with me this time. You know, he's my Skip Bayless, Steve Smith. A little something for you, Tony. So we're going to go over these couple topics today. Always remember to check out all the latest news, articles, and everything on www.bucsreport.com. If you want to know more about me and get in touch with me, you go to www.buckandblakesports.com. I'm all social medias as well. IG, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, all those, and I post stuff, photos, and all that stuff like that. I'm gonna try to get you guys a bunch of, well, Mr. Tammy Lambert, get a bunch of you guys, get some live feed and stuff and everything. Of course, you guys comment. If you're from Tampa, you're from out of state, post it. I'm down here in Dunedin, Florida, right near Clearwater, and I'm gonna comment on y'all stuff. Yes, it is game day. I'm gonna comment on your stuff and Q&A, so make sure to put those in there, and don't be shy to put it a couple times so I can see it, so I have to keep scrolling up and down. With that being said, let's start from the top. Mr. Godwin, the starter. Bum, bum, bum. I know that's going to feel so great having your name called as the starter coming out of your first, even though it's a preseason game, that's an accomplishment to how hard you've worked to get somewhere. Even though it is a preseason game, we'll get to see what it look like. In my personal opinion, it's going to be a rotational thing, moving in and outside, moving him around to see what he got. But it's a huge accomplishment for him to come in and work that hard and get where he's at such early in his career. And I think he's earned it. I think the fans seen it and he's earned it. And I have no arguments where he's at and what he's earned. And I'm all for a man getting what he earned for what he worked for, and he's earning it. So, Chris Godwin, I'm looking forward to seeing you out on the other side of Mike Evans, and hopefully that comes with a whole lot. With that being said, what do you think is going to happen with Deshaun Jackson? The Khalil Mack. I should have put that on there. Put a pin in that, Jameer. We'll get to that later on. What do you think that happens with Deshaun Jackson? I think I said on Tony's show, the body language says a lot. Deshaun Jackson is not happy, and you can't tell me otherwise. He is not happy. And that maybe has something to do with it. The reps, maybe the deep ball. And I know he's not going to be happy the first 3 weeks of the season. Like I said, I'm gonna get happy with that too. With Fitzpatrick at the helm, I think he's unhappy because there's a whole lot of changes going on, and he's not the focal part of it. Now, receiver position is, pretty much a real diva position. If it's not all about them and you scoring touchdowns and all that, I think we've seen a lot of it with Keyshawn Johnson. When Keyshawn said, I don't have a problem with us winning and I catch one pass, but I have one pass and we lose and we get blown out, then I have a problem with it. It's just going to be interesting. And I really think we should look at this preseason game and see what's going on with it. And like with Deshaun Jackson, I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen with all that going on. And we'll see how it goes. What should the game plan be with the Bucs versus the Dolphins? In my opinion, it should just be base packages. Base packages against the Dolphins. Don't do anything too extravagant to get somebody hurt. Then just keep stuff pretty much like pretty much basic, and then put the player, young players in situations in this game. You let your starters play. I don't know if you want to play for a quarter or a couple series or however you want to do it. Yes, rotate the receivers and move them in and out. And especially with the run game, I'm interested to see how you're going to incorporate all the running backs with it and all that. My video is no showing good. Oh, Lord. It must be this. All right. This should be base packages, pretty much going on with the team right now, because you got a lot of young guys. I don't know how well they know the playbook and things like that. You just want to keep base packages going and see how things go with that and go with the flow. Pretty much like coaches and stuff, they go over each other what kind of game plans and situations they're going to go with in the game. So you can fill out game time situations without really being in game time situations, and so you get a better look at what you're going to do in certain situations and things like that. It's really pixelated. I'm gonna have to fix that. It is fixed. All right, thank you. All right, thank you. I was messing with that a little bit. Well, I lost train of thought here. You guys are putting up a lot of stuff. You got me with the pixelated thing. Godwin is the real deal. Yep. Thank you, Tony, for letting me know about the pixelated thing. And it is good now, right, guys? I hope so. I'll get that fixed. Where is that? There's base packages and the game today. Run first. Let the offensive line build a lot of continuity to get to see with Ryan Jensen, Donovan Smith, Ali Marpet. Ali Marpet finally gets to play next to Donovan Smith. I don't think those two have been paired together their entire time here in Tampa. And then the interesting thing at right guard, is it going to be Caleb Benenoch or Alex Kappa, or is Damar Dotson going to be out and Kappa's going to go to the right tackle position? I'm just interested to see how it goes. Like I said, you're going to see a lot of rotation stuff. I'm just looking forward to that. Just the football is back. That's just the main thing. Football is back officially. I don't know, Jerry. I don't know who's out right now. I haven't got anything up. As far as starting safeties and stuff like that, I'm not sure it's going to be a lot of rotational stuff. Like I said, you're going to see a whole lot of packages and stuff and see who works together in what situation, who communicates better and stuff like that. Like, you don't get to see and hear a lot of that because you really don't, we're not there and we're not in the huddle on the sidelines to see that stuff going. But that's pretty much what's going to happen. You're going to see a lot of packages swapped in and out. Yeah, Ali's going to flourish because he's not playing center, thank God. And I don't fault him for trying to play a position to help this team move forward. That's pretty much what you do when you come to this team. You're trying to help the team the best way you can, and you have weaker positions here. Move on from that. What position battle are you watching the most? Me, personally, offensive line at first. It's going to be kind of hard to say. Offensive line, because I want to see who's going to start, and that's one of our main things we need to fix. And then the secondary. Linebackers is pretty much that, except I'm going to have fun watching Jack Kitchie, Devontae Bond, and Joe Dirt play when they get a chance to play. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Of course, the D-line rotation. To me, a preseason win is guys not getting hurt. I want to see guys do well and limiting the penalties. I don't want to see a whole bunch of sloppy football. If we can do that and keep everybody healthy, that's a win to me. I don't care what the score, unless it's like Tony said, unless it's indicative to the game. It's really not. You're not getting blown out and just looking sloppy. 12-6, 20-14, 21-20. That doesn't show anything. That shows we could move the ball and score, and you're not creating penalties and stuff like that. That's the main part. I just don't want to see sloppy football. MJ Stewart, it's hard to say right now. You know, I'm a huge MJ Stewart fan, but that's something you got to learn when you're playing in the box and then you're going back over top coverage, and that's a huge difference, and that's something Mark Barron couldn't change, and that's something Derwin James I don't think is going to overcome either. That's why we didn't pick him. Derwin James, you're trying to move somebody back to do a coverage when you're used to being in the box making tackles. That's a huge change. Your side adjustments is different. Your side adjustment's different. It's a whole new game. Yes, Jackson will go into a slot and it will create mismatches if he chooses to do that and chooses to be a part and help this team win. Otherwise than that, if he comes with a bad attitude, then we need to move on from him and trade him if he wants to be a cancer to this team because he wants to be all about himself. I'm not saying that right now, but like I said, his attitude is not good right now. I can tell. And like I said, secondary, offensive line, and even the running back. But it's going to be hard in running back. Everybody's going to be loading the box, expecting to run because it's base packages. So we'll see how that goes. Will the Bucs survive without Winston? I heard somebody say in there Winston's out for the first 3. Yes, but he can play in all 4 preseason games, and I expect him to play a lot maybe in week 4 preseason or maybe week 2. He'll get his reps in there. Yeah, D-line, O-line, the center. Yeah, those are spots to good look at. We'll survive, without Winston if we can get a run game going. The guys will respond to each other and get a lot of continuity going and familiarity with each other and communication. I think what was a good thing for not Damar Dotson, but Donovan Smith is when we had I forgot his name. The offensive guard we got from the Patriots in the trade for Tim Wright and all that, and he was teaching Donovan Smith to know what the defensive line was doing before the play was coming, and he played a lot better at that time. And then we're putting a lot of inexperienced guys next to an inexperienced left tackle. And I think that's been detrimental to his success so far because he has nobody to really lean on. And everybody isn't as savvy as everything in game time situations. It's something I can't explain. Even to this day, people ask me, "What do you feel like?" Or I can come out and feel the vibe for what the offense is running. I know what route. I can almost tell what route the receiver wants to run or what part of the field he wants to get to, and that's from my own personal experience from playing. You can tell where he wants to get to. You can come out by body language, come out the field if he's going to come out and block or he's going to run a half-ass route or something like that. It's just some things you can tell, and it's the same thing on offensive line. Is the guy going to make a swim move inside, or is he going to try to dip me, to pull me around? Should I kick step left out and force the defensive end to make a move back inside? And those are small things that you have to learn over time as a veteran in the league, and you got to learn little things like that, and that comes from like quarterback, defensive line, and everything. Yeah. And that's just what it is. You're going to learn that over time. Nate, would you put something up here? I'm tired of seeing my team lose games we should have won. We need consistency. We need change. It's going to be the same tread. This is already drama with Jackson, so morale is not where it's supposed to be. I hope that Jackson is not. I know his attitude is not good right now. Yeah, now I believe it too. We got some cogs in there where we could be a championship team if the team believes in it and if the team can pull together and believe in each other. And I think we've made great steps in that direction with Dirk Cutter stepping down from the play calling, and he's coming down just coaching, worried about the team as a whole and letting Monken call the plays. And I think that's a a good thing. Mankins, thank you. Logan Mankins was helping him out. Thank you, guys. Was helping him out a lot. And these guys got to buy into it and believe in each other and stop creating penalties. And like I said, Tony made a big point on Donovan Smith making holding penalties and false start. The worst ones are the false starts because you can't kick step out fast enough to get the defense in. Even Dotson made holding calls. And then there's players, I'm not mad at Dotson for taking a holding call because if he had not taken that holding call, it would be a strip sack and we wouldn't have the ball back and you can't punt it and make field position better. So sometimes I'm not mad at a hold when it's like that. Our D-line has improved hands down. I think we're good inside the box. I hope so. It's going to be game time situations and not creating penalties and making plays and stops when you need to make them. And that's what Nate was saying earlier, and that's coming down to the key part of when you win or when you're going to pull out wins in games or when you're not going to pull out wins in games. It's situations like that when you're able to come through when you need to come through. Yeah, only time will tell. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Sean Wilson is probably going to return kicks. Jerry, mark my word. You can tag me on that. You'll see Sean Wilson return kicks. Let me hit this topic that somebody brought up earlier before I forget because you guys are putting up good stuff up here. The trade for Khalil Mack. I've seen people say trade Gerald McCoy in a second-round pick. I'm never going to promote giving up picks. We need picks. We're not in a position to give away picks. You give away picks for players much like the Earl Thomas thing. If you're one player away from winning the Super Bowl, we're not one player away from winning the Super Bowl as of right now. We don't have our quarterback for 3 weeks. And I know it said will the Bucs win without Winston? I saved this for later. Why I didn't say that earlier with Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson going to be even more mad because Ryan Fitzpatrick's game isn't deep. It's short to mid and scrambling. And he's going to be pissed because he can't get the ball deep when he's in one-on-one situation, and that hinders us because that limits us on offense because he can't sling it deep like that. I mean, I'm sure he's going to be able to get it out there or get it somewhere on a deep drag route or a post route. He might be able to squeeze one in front of him. It's going to be tough because our offense is going to change. You're going to see a whole lot of double tight end set, short mid-range throws, Ryan Fitzpatrick's making plays with his feet and extending plays, and guys are going to get open. And pretty much that's what you're going to see in this. And we're going to rely heavily on the run. It's going, like Cutter said, he's striving for 125 yards rushing the game. All right, but you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to be able to move the ball in the air. You have to get them. You're going to have to get them safeties out the box to run the ball, and you're going to have to get them safeties back so we can run the ball. Like I said, much last year, everybody said throw the ball deep. I'm like, if you guys aren't watching the coverage, the safeties aren't threatened by the run. They have no reason to leave back over top, helping out the coverage, the corners and covers. The corners can play aggressive underneath, and the safeties can sit over and lick their chops and wait for a pick. That's why you couldn't really get the ball deep to Jackson like that because we weren't able to run the rock. Now you run the rock, the safeties can move down. Now you got one single safety high trying to roam both sides of the field. If Ryan Fitzpatrick can hold him by looking the other way and throwing the ball in the other direction so the safety can't get his range and get over the top with the ball like that. So that's pretty much what it is. Nate, you don't think Fitzpatrick could be on what we have to went after Foles? Again, you're going to have to give up picks for that. And Foles was 1 week away from retiring from the NFL until the Eagles called him back. So, I mean, I'm not going to say we would have had him at that time. Yeah, if Deshaun Jackson doesn't fit in and he keeps a piss-poor attitude, the trade might be imminent. Maybe we make a trade for Khalil Mack with Deshaun Jackson. Raiders need some explosiveness on offense with Gruden over there. Who knows? Yeah, Michael, it's going to be a lot of targets for OJ. I'm telling you, with Fitzpatrick at the helm, it's going to be a lot of mid-range targets, and OJ is going to get a lot of catches, him and Cameron Brake. I'm trying to look at some of you guys' post up here, so I don't leave anybody out. Yeah, money talks. I'm my boy Winston, but next QB up. And take care of the rock. Absolutely. Don't turn over the ball, and we can stay in games. That's pretty much the recipe for any successful team in the league. You cannot turn the ball over. You got to hold on to it and be able to run the ball and move it. If we do it for Djax and go after Dez Bryant, Dez will make outside would be nuts. I don't know what kind of shape Dez is in right now. I don't know what. Honestly, I don't know what Dez is doing. Dez could be playing right now for the Ravens. He could have played on the Hall of Fame game, but he didn't want to. So, Winston's known for turning over the ball because he's trying to do too much. Deshaun Jackson said, "Just be yourself, man," and that's pretty much it. I see him wearing a glove in practice. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it should help with the fumbles. It should help out with the fumbles and scrambling, so he doesn't drop the ball. Because I think that's pretty much what it is. I'm not sure the size of his hand, but that might have something to do with it. Where were we? We got good ties. Can Ryan Griffin play? That's a good question. Jonathan Lindstrom. Can Ryan Griffin play? The question is, can Ryan Griffin play and not get injured? Because he's hurt. He's only hurt himself. Well, I'm not gonna say he hurt himself. The boy got tackled, and you can't control that. It's on him. If he can stay healthy and make smart plays, then he will play. I know everybody wants to see. We keep bringing him back, so obviously he's doing something we like. So we keep him around on the team. So tomato. We'll see what happens. Oh my gosh, Mike Glennon. I mean, we could have kept him here. Would that have been a wise decision? I don't know. Chris Pepper isn't that bad. At least he throws the ball. Who remembers Mike Glennon? Mike Glennon is the end of an era to Greg Schiano. That escapade. Oh God. Glennon couldn't really move in the pocket, which Fitzpatrick isn't afraid to scramble and get the yards. Glennon couldn't do that. Norris Harris. Does the defensive back look different in camp this year versus last year? Oh, I think I've said this plenty of time. That's different. That's different because the versatility in the team. We have MJ Stewart that can move in multiple spots. Vernon Hargreaves that can go in and out. I don't know if Carlton Davis has played in and out, but man, that's crazy. I don't know if he can play in and out, but I mean that's just what it is. We have a lot of versatility this year, and I'm glad that we have that. I really don't have much else to go on, but you guys are putting a lot of comments. I'm glad you guys are, because I can go on all day about all this, and I'm going to make sure to get this little pixelated thing fixed. I'm going to end this as we always do. You guys want to see me on www.buccaneersports.com. You can check me out there. Chef. So you guys always put something that catches my attention. Chef Ross. It's going to be a rotation. Don't pay attention to the starters on defensive line. That is all a rotational thing, and it's game time situation thing. It's a rotation. And that's pretty much what it's going to be like in a defensive line. And that's what you want. You just don't want 4 guys that's going to start all game. If you ever play football, it is hard as hell to rush as hard as you can 4 plays or 5 or 10 play drive in a row. You got to have rotation to get your legs fresh. It's impossible. Well, it's not impossible. You just won't be as effective there. O-line, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Only time can tell. Got to get the right people in there. It's going to communicate. All right, guys. We'll end this as we always do. You're the master of everything. What you do with your life, what you do with it is entirely up to you. You guys check out bucsreport.com. Check me out at bucandblakesports.com. And what you got, Ed? You said, hold on. What do you got for me? What you got? Hurry, Ed. Ed Williams. Rookie injuries? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Except for Vita Vea. And he's taking his time with that. No problem, Chef. Not a big deal. Like I said, you guys bring up good stuff. I hope nobody gets hurt. Yep, you too, Nate. I'll get that pixelated thing fixed. It must be the browser. I probably got a bunch of stuff up here. It's interfering. It's trying to do all this stuff at once. You guys be safe. Take it easy. I'm here every Thursday at 1 o'clock. Check me out with my articles and stuff like that. I'm always around. All right, Ed, you came up. If the season is not a success, are they going to get rid of Cutter? Well, you should have brought this up a long time ago, Ed, because that is something. Oh, and Chef, No news is good news to me, Chef, about the kicker. But back to Ed. If the season, Ed Williams posted, if the season is not a success, are they going to get rid of Cutter? That's a double-edged answer. Wins and losses don't always going to come out to be why you fire the head coach. The head coach is going to get fired because you lost faith in the team, and you lost faith from the team, and you got out coached, or you did something, you made the team regress. And what I mean by that, why Cutter kept his job last year, was because the team still believed in him, and they fought, especially the way they played in that Saints game at the end of the season. Oh my goodness. That shows that you still have this team behind you and they can get through the hard times. And you still want to, like I always say, you want to keep continuity. You want to keep people together. You don't want to keep swapping out head coaches, new schemes, new lingos, new verbiage, and you don't want to keep changing that out. But if Dirk Cutter just blows this and all that, and absolutely he'll be gone. And then we'll be back to what we're consistently good at, is being inconsistent. And that's with head coaches. It's just crazy. It's really going to all boil down to these first 3 games. It's going to tell the first quarter of the season, the first 4 games of the first quarter of the season, 4, 8, 12, 16. Those 4 quarters in the season. And those first 3 games are pretty much the whole quarter until Winston comes back, the last, 4th game of it, if they choose to. It all depends on how he's got this team. And I don't see us getting our butts whooped like that. I think these guys are ready to fight. And I think they've had enough of being the laughingstock of the league. And I'm quoting John Lynch on that, if you remember him saying that. I think they're tired of it. And once they get past the suspension and move forward, we can focus on football. I think a lot of good things is going to happen for this team. And I think Dirk Cutter will stick around. I don't think we're going to get whooped up like that. We're going to play a lot of competition. I think they're going to fight hard. There's going to be a lot of ugly wins. There's going to be a lot of short losses. I can guarantee those. It's going to come down to field goals, field position, and penalties, especially with these new rules. So I'm interested to see how that. A couple of them new rules could go in our favor, and some of those are going to come on not in our favor. I guarantee it. So we'll see where we're at. Thanks, guys. Check me out, bucsreport.com, buccaneersports.com. Yeah, if you guys got PS4, I'm also going to run through my page of Madden 19 League. It's going to be Buck and Blake Sports Madden League. It doesn't have to be that long, but it's Buck and Blake Sports. I'm going to give away prizes and stuff like that. If you're interested, you can email me at buckandblakesports@gmail. That's Buck and Blake Sports, the whole thing, at gmail.com. Give me your gamer tag, and we'll all set that up. You guys stay tuned to Bucs Report, and you guys have a blessed day, and go Bucs. Fire those cannons.